What if the thing you are worried about right now is not falling apart, but quietly finding its way into place? What if the answer you keep looking for is not missing, but simply not ready to be seen yet? What if the path ahead feels unclear, not because life has forgotten you, but because life is asking you to trust one gentle step at a time? There are moments when the heart feels tired from waiting. You may look around and wonder why things are not moving faster. You may ask why the door has not opened yet, why the sign has not come yet, why the peace has not fully settled in your chest yet. You may feel as if you are standing in a quiet space between what has ended and what has not yet begun. And in that space, the mind can become loud. It wants proof. It wants answers. It wants to know what will happen, when it will happen, and how everything will finally work out. But the soul does not always need proof. The soul needs trust. The soul needs softness. The soul needs a quiet reminder that not everything real can be seen with the eyes. Some things are being prepared in silence. Some blessings grow in hidden places. Some paths do not appear all at once, because life knows that one step is enough for today. You may not see the whole road right now, but that does not mean there is no road. You may not understand the delay right now, but that does not mean the delay has no meaning. You may not feel strong every day, but that does not mean you are not being held. Life can still be moving for you, even when your outer world looks still. The universe can still be answering you, even when the answer has not yet arrived in the way you expected. So take a slow breath. Let your body hear this before your mind tries to question it. You are not lost. You are not too late. You are not outside the care of life. You are in a season where true sit is being asked of you, not because you are weak, but because something deeper in you is ready to grow. Sometimes the path becomes unclear because your heart is being taught to stop leaning only on what it can see. Sometimes the old way becomes too heavy because you are being guided into a softer way. You may have spent so much of your life trying to figure everything out before you felt safe. You may have believed that peace could only come after the answer came, after the money came, after the love came, after the door opened, after the plan made sense. But true peace begins before the answer appears. True peace begins when you say, even here, even now, even while I cannot see everything, I am willing to trust. This is not easy at first. The mind likes to hold on. It likes to check, to plan, to repeat the same worry again and again. It says, what if nothing changes? It says, what if I am waiting for nothing? It says, what if I made the wrong choice? But the heart knows another voice. It is softer. It does not shout. It does not rush. It simply whispers, you are safe. Keep going. One step is enough. Maybe you are listening because you need that whisper today. Maybe there is something in your life that feels unclear. Maybe you have been asking for guidance. but the answer has come slowly. Maybe you are holding a dream that has not yet opened. Maybe you are healing from something that changed you. Maybe you are waiting for a sign that you are still on the right path. And if that is where you are, let these words meet you gently. You do not have to see everything to be guided. You do not have to know everything to be supported. You do not have to carry the whole future in your hands. The universe can hold what you cannot hold. Life can arrange what you cannot arrange. Love can reach places your worry can never reach. There is a quiet kind of faith that does not need to force. It does not need to chase. It does not need to beg life for proof every morning. It breathes. It softens. It says, I may not see the full picture, but I trust that something good can still be forming. This kind of faith is not loud. It may not look powerful from the outside, but inside it changes everything. When you trust what you cannot see, you stop fighting every silent moment. You stop treating waiting as punishment. You stop looking at stillness as failure. You begin to understand that silence can be sacred. A closed door can be loving. A pause can be protection. A delay can be life placing things in the right order. Think of a seed beneath the soil. For a long time, nothing seems to happen. The ground looks quiet. There is no flower, no leaf, no color, no proof. But under the surface, life is moving. The seed is softening. Roots are forming. A new beginning is preparing itself in the dark. If you judged only by what you could see, you might think nothing was happening. But life knows how to grow in hidden places. Your life is like that too. There are hidden places inside your journey where something is forming. There are quiet roots growing beneath your fear. There are soft changes happening inside your heart. There are new ways of thinking, new ways of receiving, new ways of trusting that are taking shape even when you cannot explain them yet. Do not be so quick to call this season empty. Do not be so quick to call yourself forgotten. Do not be so quick to think the universe is not listening. The unseen is not empty. The unseen is often where the deepest work is done. You may be in a time where life is asking you to release the need to know every detail. This does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you stop taking action. It does not mean you sit back and give up. It means you stop trying to control what was never yours to control. It means you take the step in front of you and you let life open the step after that. It means you do your part with love and you allow the universe to do its part in ways you may not yet understand. There is peace in this. A deep peace. A peace that says, I do not need to force what belongs to me. A peace that says, I do not need to chase what is meant for my heart. A peace that says, I can trust the timing of life even when my mind wants to hurry. Your path is not always a straight line. Sometimes it bends, sometimes it slows, sometimes it disappears for a moment behind a hill of doubt. But disappearing from sight is not the same as disappearing from life. The path can still be there. The next step can still be waiting. You can still be guided. So if today you feel unsure, let yourself be unsure without making it mean that something is wrong. If today you feel afraid, let yourself breathe through the fear without letting it become your whole truth. If today you cannot see how things will work out, gently remind yourself that not seeing how does not mean it cannot happen. You have been carried before. There were times you did not know how you would make it through, and yet somehow you did. There were moments that felt too heavy, and still you found breath. There were changes you did not choose, and still life brought you to another morning. You may not have understood the path then, but you are here now. That means something. That means life has not failed to meet you. The mind often thinks trust means having no fear, but trust can exist beside fear. Trust is the small, soft voice that says, I am afraid, but I am still willing to believe I am guided. Trust is the hand you place over your heart when the future feels unclear. Trust is the breath you take when the answer is not here yet. Trust is the choice to stop turning every unknown into a problem. Not every unknown is dangerous. Some unknowns are gifts waiting for the right moment. Some unknowns are blessings not ready to be named. Some unknowns are new chapters still being written. Your mind may want to rush ahead and read every page, but your soul is learning how to live one line at a time. Let this be the beginning of your peace. You do not need to see the whole path today. You only need to be willing to walk with a softer heart. You only need to be willing to believe that life is not against you. You only need to be willing to breathe and say, even now, I am being guided. There is a part of you that already knows this. Beneath the worry, beneath the overthinking, beneath the fear of being late or wrong or alone, there is a quiet knowing. It knows that life is bigger than this one moment. It knows that what is meant for you does not need to be forced into your hands. It knows that peace is possible before proof arrives. Let that knowing rise now. Let it rise slowly, like sunlight coming through a soft curtain. You do not have to make it happen. Just allow it. Allow your chest to open a little. Allow your breath to become gentle. Allow your shoulders to drop. Allow your face to soften. Allow the fight inside you to rest. You are safe to trust a little more. You are safe to release a little more. You are safe to stop asking fear to lead the way. Fear has been trying to protect you, but it cannot guide you into peace. Worry has been trying to help you, but it cannot show you the path of trust. Control has been trying to make you feel safe, but it often makes your heart more tired. There is another way. a softer way, a way that does not demand that you know everything before you can rest, a way that does not ask you to carry tomorrow before tomorrow comes, a way that lets the universe be the universe and lets you be a soul learning how to trust. The next time your mind says, "I cannot see what is coming," answer it gently. Say, "I do not need to see everything to be safe." When your mind says, "What if nothing is happening?" say, "Something can be moving in ways I do not yet see." When your mind says, "I am behind," say, "My path has its own timing." When your mind says, "I am alone," say, "Life is with me, even here." These words may feel simple, but simple words can heal deep places. Simple words can become a bridge between fear and peace. Simple words repeated with love can teach the heart a new way to live. You are not being asked to believe everything at once. You are only being invited to open a small space inside. A small space where trust can enter. A small space where peace can breathe. A small space where the universe can remind you that you are not forgotten. Maybe that is all you need today. Not a full answer, not a complete plan, not a perfect sign, just a small space of trust, just enough light for the next step, just enough peace to stop fighting this moment, just enough faith to say, "I may not see it yet, but I trust that my path is softly aligning." The universe does not always move in ways that are loud. It does not always announce what it is doing. It does not always send the answer in the shape you expect. Sometimes life works in silence, behind the scenes, in the soft spaces you cannot touch yet. And because you cannot see it, you may think nothing is happening. But silence does not mean absence. Stillness does not mean failure. Quiet does not mean life has stopped. So much of what matters begins quietly. Morning begins before the sun is fully seen. A flower begins before it opens. Healing begins before the heart feels light. A new path begins before your feet understand where they are going. Life is always moving in layers. Some layers are visible, some are hidden. But the hidden ones are not less important. Many times they are the most important. When you ask the universe for help, you may expect an answer right away. You may expect a clear sign, a quick change, a sudden door opening. And sometimes life does move quickly. Sometimes the answer comes like a bright light. But often the universe works more softly. It changes your thoughts first. It changes your desires. It removes what no longer fits. It slows you down. It brings small moments that guide you little by little. It teaches your heart to become ready for what you have been asking for. This is why you must not lose hope when things look quiet. Quiet can be a holy place. Quiet can be where life is gently moving pieces into place. Quiet can be where your spirit is learning not to run ahead of grace, Quiet can be where the next version of you is being formed. You may be used to thinking that progress must look busy. You may think that if nothing is changing outside, nothing is changing at all. But this is not true. Some of the deepest changes happen inside first. A tired heart begins to feel safe. A fearful thought begins to loosen. An old wound begins to close. A new belief begins to take root. These things may not be easy to show to anyone else, but they are real. They are part of your path, aligning. The universe often begins by making space, and making space can feel uncomfortable. It can look like a delay. It can look like a closed door. It can look like something you wanted moving away from you. It can look like plans changing. It can look like silence after you prayed. But space is not always loss. Space can be love. Space can be protection. Space can be the universe clearing room for something more honest, more peaceful, more right for the person you are becoming. When life removes something, the mind may panic. It may say, "Why is this happening?" It may say, "I thought I was being guided." It may say, "If the universe loved me, this would not be so hard." But love does not always look like giving you what you want at the exact moment you want it. Sometimes love looks like guiding you away from what would have kept you small. Sometimes love looks like making you wait until your heart can receive without fear. Sometimes love looks like closing a door that your soul has outgrown, even if your hands still want to hold it. This is not punishment. This is alignment. This is life saying, "Trust me with what you cannot see." This is the universe saying, "I know the path beyond this moment." This is the gentle wisdom of life moving you, not by force, but by quiet direction. There may be things happening right now that you cannot understand because you are too close to this moment. When you stand very close to a picture, you may only see lines, colors, and shapes that do not make sense. But when you step back, the picture becomes clear. Your life can be like that. Right now, you may only see delay, confusion, and unanswered questions. But one day, you may look back and say, "That pause protected me. That change redirected me. That waiting season prepared me. That silence was not empty, it was sacred." Until that day comes, your work is to trust, not to force yourself to feel perfect, not to pretend you never feel afraid, but to return again and again to the soft truth that life can be working even here. The universe does not need noise to move. It does not need panic to help you. It does not need you to worry every hour to prove that you care. Worry does not speed up the blessing. Fear does not open the door faster. Control does not make the path clearer. Sometimes these things only make the heart too tired to hear the soft guidance that is already there. Guidance is often quiet. It may come as a calm feeling. It may come as a gentle pull in your heart. It may come as a thought that returns again and again with peace around it. It may come as a closed door that slowly begins to feel like protection. It may come as a new desire you did not expect. It may come as the courage to wait. It may come as the strength to let go. The mind often wants guidance to be loud because loud feels easier to trust. But the soul knows how to listen to softness. The soul knows that peace is a language. The soul knows that what is truly meant for you does not always need to shout. It can arrive gently. It can rise quietly. It can call you forward in a way that feels simple and true. So ask yourself, what if the next sign is not outside you, but inside the peace you feel when you stop forcing? What if the answer is not the loud event you are waiting for, but the quiet knowing that keeps returning to your heart? What if the universe is not ignoring you, but inviting you to become still enough to notice the small ways you are already being led? There is a difference between silence and abandonment. Silence can hold deep love. Silence can hold preparation. Silence can hold healing. Just because life is not explaining itself does not mean life has left you. The universe does not always explain every step before it asks you to take it. Sometimes it gives you enough light for one step, and then the next step appears only after you move. This can feel scary to the part of you that wants a full map, but a full map is not always what you need. Sometimes a full map would overwhelm you. Sometimes seeing a very turn would make you try to control it all again. Sometimes life only shows you the next step because the next step is the only thing you are meant to carry today. You are not meant to carry the whole future. You are not meant to solve every unknown. You are not meant to hold every possible ending in your mind. That is too heavy for the heart. You were made to breathe in this moment. You were made to listen inward. You were made to take the step that feels honest today. The rest can unfold. The universe works quietly because quiet allows trust to grow. If every answer came at once, you might never learn the strength of your own soul. If every door opened the moment you wanted it, you might never learn how supported you are in waiting. If every path was clear from the start, you might never discover the peace that comes from being guided step by step. Trust is not built only in easy times. It is built in the quiet middle. It is built when you cannot see the outcome, but you still choose not to give up on life. It is built when your mind wants to rush, but your heart says, "Let me breathe." It is built when you feel unsure, but you still say, "I am willing to believe that something good can come from this." This is how your path softly aligns. Not always through sudden change, not always through big signs, but through small inner shifts. Through one peaceful thought replacing one fearful thought, through one soft breath replacing one moment of panic, through one act of trust, replacing one old pattern of control. Little by little, you begin to feel different. You may not have all the answers, but you are not as afraid of the unknown. You may not know the whole plan, but you stop demanding that life show it to you all at once. You may not see the full path, but you begin to trust the step beneath your feet. This is alignment. It does not always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels like relief. Sometimes it feels like quiet. Sometimes it feels like finally allowing your heart to rest. There is so much power in resting. Not giving up, but resting. Not becoming passive, but resting the part of you that thinks fear is the only way to stay safe. You can still take action from rest. You can still make choices from peace. You can still move forward without dragging worry behind you. In fact, the steps you take from peace are often wiser than the steps you take from fear. When you are calm, you can hear more clearly. When you are soft, you can receive more easily. When you are open, you can notice the small door that fear would have missed. This is why trust matters. Trust does not only make you feel better, trust helps you become available to guidance. The universe may already be guiding you, but worry may be too loud for you to hear it. The answer may already be near, but fear may keep asking the wrong question. The path may already be opening, but control may keep pulling you toward a door that is closing. This is why softness is not weakness. Softness is wisdom. Softness says, I will not fight life so hard that I miss where life is trying to lead me. Let your heart hear this clearly. You are allowed to stop fighting. You are allowed to stop trying to force the timing. You are allowed to stop asking every closed door to become open. You are allowed to believe that what is for you can find you through peace, not panic. This does not mean every day will feel easy. Some days, the unknown will still feel heavy. Some days, your mind will still want to run ahead. Some days, you may need to repeat the same truth many times before your body believes it. That is okay. Healing is gentle. Trust grows with practice. Peace becomes stronger each time you return to it. When fear rises, do not shame yourself. Fear is not a failure. Fear is a part of you asking for comfort. Place a hand over your heart if you need to. Take a slow breath. Say, I hear you. I know you are scared. But we are not alone. We are being guided. Speak to yourself like you would speak to someone you deeply love, because you deserve that kind of kindness from yourself. The universe works quietly, and your own healing may work quietly too. You may not wake up one day suddenly free from every worry, but you may notice that one thought does not hold you as tightly. You may notice that you breathe sooner after fear comes. You may notice that you do not chase as much. You may notice that you are no longer begging life to prove its love every moment. You may notice that you are beginning to trust the silence. That is beautiful progress. That is sacred progress. That is your path aligning from within. Do not overlook the small changes. A softer thought is a sign. A calmer breath is a sign. A moment of patience is a sign. A choice not to force is a sign. A quiet feeling that says, "Keep going," is a sign. The universe does not always send signs that shake the whole world. Sometimes it sends signs that calm the inner world. And maybe that is what you need most right now. Not a loud sign, but a calm heart. Not every answer, but enough peace to stop fearing the question. Not a full view of the path, but a deep feeling that you are not walking alone. You may be in the middle of something you do not understand. But the middle is not the end. You may be waiting for something that matters to your heart. But waiting is not wasted when it teaches you trust. You may be releasing something you thought you needed. But release is not loss when it makes space for what is more aligned. The universe is not in a hurry because it does not move from fear. Life does not panic because life sees more than you can see. The timing of your path may not match the timing of your worry, but worry is not the truth. Fear is not the plan. Your soul has a deeper rhythm, and life knows how to move with that rhythm. Let yourself return to that rhythm now. Slow down inside. You do not have to decide the rest of your life today. You do not have to make the hidden things visible today. You do not have to know how the blessing will arrive. You only have to become willing to trust that quiet work is still work. Unseen movement is still movement, and a softly aligning path is still a path. There is a gentle truth waiting for you beneath all this. What is meant for your peace will not require you to destroy yourself to receive it. What belongs to your soul will not need you to live in constant panic. What is truly aligned will come with a feeling of deep rightness, even if the journey asks for patience. So let the universe work in its quiet way. Let life arrange what you cannot arrange. Let the unseen be sacred instead of frightening. Let this pause become a place where your heart learns a softer trust. Let this waiting become a doorway into peace. Let this moment teach you that you are supported even before the answer arrives. You are allowed to say, "I do not know, but I trust." You are allowed to say, "I cannot see, but I am guided." You are allowed to say, "I am still waiting, but I am not forgotten." These words are not small. They are powerful because they change the way you stand inside the unknown. And when you stand inside the unknown with even a little trust, you are no longer ruled by fear. You begin to feel the gentle hand of life again. You begin to notice that your breath is still here, your heart is still here, this moment is still holding you. You begin to understand that the path is not only out there in the future, The path is also here, in the way you meet this breath, this thought, this quiet space. The universe works quietly. Your path is softly aligning. Life is moving in ways you cannot yet see. And even now, even in this unfinished place, you are being guided. Let these words become a soft home inside you. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Say it slowly, not as a command, but as an invitation. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let the words move through your breath. Let them touch the part of you that has been trying so hard to know everything. Let them speak to the tired place in your mind that has been searching for proof. Let them rest gently on your heart. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. At first, the mind may resist this. It may say, "How can I trust what I cannot see?" It may say, "How can I relax when I do not know what is coming?" It may say, "How can I believe my path is aligning when I still feel confused?" Let the mind ask its questions. You do not have to fight them. You do not have to silence them by force. Just breathe and let the affirmation answer in its own quiet way. Trust does not always begin as a strong feeling. Sometimes trust begins as a small willingness, a small opening, a small breath, a small choice to stop feeding the fear for one moment. You may not feel full trust yet, and that is okay. You can begin with willingness. You can say, "I am willing to trust what I cannot see. I am willing to believe my path is softly aligning." Willingness is powerful. It opens the door without demanding that you run through it. It gives the heart room to change. It tells life, "I'm not fully there yet, but I am open." And openness is enough to begin. Take a slow breath in. Let it be easy. Let it be gentle. As you breathe out, imagine your body releasing a little bit of the need to know. Not all of it at once, just a little. The need to know every detail can be heavy. The need to control every result can make your chest tight. The need to see the whole path before you take one step can keep you standing still in fear. Now whisper inside yourself, "I trust what I cannot see." Feel how this does not ask you to give up your dreams. It does not ask you to stop caring. It asks you to stop gripping so tightly. It asks you to let life breathe with you. It asks you to remember that the universe can see beyond the walls of this moment. My path is softly aligning. These words are gentle because your path does not always align through force. Sometimes it aligns through rest, sometimes through release, sometimes through a quiet no, sometimes through an unexpected pause, sometimes through a change you did not choose but later understand, sometimes through a small yes that opens into something beautiful. When you say, "My path is softly aligning," you are not trying to control how it must happen. You are allowing life to have room. You are saying, I trust that the right pieces can come together in the right time. You are saying, I do not need to push every door open. You are saying, I am willing to let what is true find me. Let the affirmation be simple. Do not make it complicated. Do not turn it into another thing you must do perfectly. You do not have to say it with perfect belief. You do not have to feel peaceful right away. You only have to repeat it with a little kindness. The words will do their soft work over time. Every time you repeat a peaceful thought, you plant a new seed in your mind. Every time you return to trust, you water that seed. Every time you choose not to follow fear all the way to the end of its story, you give that seed more light. And little by little, trust begins to grow where panic once lived. Your words matter. The words you speak to yourself in the unknown matter. When you say, nothing is working, your body hears that. When you say, I am lost, your heart feels that. When you say, it will never happen, your energy tightens around that fear. This is not about blaming yourself for being afraid. It is about becoming gentle and awake to the words you are feeding your own spirit. You can choose new words. You can choose words that do not hurt you. You can choose words that hold you. You can choose words that help your heart breathe. Instead of saying, I do not know what to do, you can say, the next step can become clear. Instead of saying, nothing is happening, you can say, something may be forming in ways I cannot yet see. Instead of saying, I am behind, you can say, my path has its own sacred timing. Instead of saying, I am alone, you can say, I am supported by life. And again, return to the anchor. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let this affirmation become something you carry through the day. When you wake up and your mind tries to rush into worry, pause. Before you reach for the fear, reach for the breath. Say, I trust what I cannot see. When you are waiting for news, waiting for change, waiting for clarity, say, my path is softly aligning. When you feel the old need to force, pause and say, I do not have to force what life is arranging with love. The more you repeat it, the more familiar peace becomes. At first, fear may feel more familiar than trust. That is only because fear has been practiced more often. But you can practice something new. You can practice peace. You can practice softer thoughts. You can practice letting your body know that it is safe to live without holding the whole future. Trust is a practice. It is not a single moment. It is not something you choose once and then never doubt again. Trust is choosing to return. Returning when fear rises. Returning when answers are slow. Returning when old thoughts become loud. Returning when life does not look the way you expected. each return matters. Each return strengthens the path inside you. There may be days when you say the affirmation and feel calm right away. There may be other days when you say it and still feel unsure. Both are okay. Do not judge your healing by one moment. Do not judge your trust by one feeling. Feelings move like weather. Trust is deeper than weather. Trust is the ground beneath it. When you say, "I trust what I cannot see," you are speaking to the part of you that wants to be carried. You are reminding yourself that the unseen does not have to be an enemy. The unseen can be a place of grace. The unseen can be where answers are forming. The unseen can be where the universe is softening what is not ready and strengthening what is meant to stay. When you say, "My path is softly aligning," you are blessing your own journey. You are not cursing the delay. You are not fighting the pause. You are not calling this moment wrong. You are saying, "Even here, life can guide me. Even here, peace can find me. Even here, something good can be taking shape." Let the words move deeper now. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your hands unclench. Feel your jaw relax. You may not realize how tightly the body holds the need to know. The body listens to every worry. It carries every thought that says, "Hurry, control it, make sure nothing goes wrong." But your body also listens when you say, "I am safe, I can breathe, I do not have to know everything today." Give your body that gift. Let it hear peace. Let it hear trust. Let it hear that it does not need to live in alarm. You can care about your future without fearing it. You can want good things without chasing them from panic. You can take steps without believing that everything depends on your control. There is a gentle balance here. You do your part, and you trust life with the rest. You listen inward. You take the step that is yours. You speak with love. You choose what feels honest. You let go of what is no longer aligned. And then you allow the universe to move in the spaces you cannot reach. This is not weakness. It takes courage to trust what you cannot see. It takes courage to release the old habit of overthinking. It takes courage to stop asking fear for advice. It takes courage to believe that life can love you in ways your mind does not yet understand. So honor yourself for every small act of trust. Honor yourself when you breathe instead of panic. Honor yourself when you pause instead of forcing. Honor yourself when you say the affirmation, even though part of you is still afraid. That is not failure. That is healing. That is the new path forming inside you. Let the affirmation become a soft rhythm now. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Do not rush the words. Let them be slow enough for your heart to believe them. Let them be warm enough to comfort the old fear. Let them be steady enough to guide you back when the mind wanders. Imagine these words like a small light in your hands. You do not need it to light the whole road. You only need it to light the space around your feet. One step, one breath, one moment. That is enough. The path does not need to appear all at once for you to be guided. Life can meet you step by step. There is peace in not needing to know everything. There is freedom in admitting, I do not know, but I am still supported. There is strength in saying, I cannot see the full picture, but I can choose trust in this moment. This is how the heart becomes calm. Not because everything outside is perfect, but because something inside has stopped fighting the unknown. When you feel tempted to ask, when will it happen? Gently ask instead, how can I trust this moment? When you feel tempted to ask, why can I not see the path? Ask, what is the next small step I can take with peace? When you feel tempted to ask, what if it does not work out? Ask, can I believe that life can still guide me no matter what form the answer takes? These questions soften the mind. They do not force an answer. They open a doorway. They help you move from panic into presence. And presence is where guidance can be felt. The universe does not ask you to be perfect before it supports you. You are supported while you are learning. You are supported while you are healing. You are supported while you still have questions. You are supported even when your trust feels small. A small trust is still trust. A small light is still light. A small step is still movement. So if all you can do today is whisper the affirmation once, that is enough. If all you can do today is breathe through one worried thought, that is enough. If all you can do today is place a hand on your heart and say, I am willing, that is enough. Life does not need you to perform peace. Life simply invites you to return to it. Let yourself return now. Return from the future. Return from the fear. Return from the story that says you are behind. Return from the need to know. Return to this breath. Return to this simple truth. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. There is nothing hard in these words. They are simple because the heart often heals through simple truth. The mind may want something complex, but the soul loves what is clear. Trust, breathe, soften, allow. These are not small things. These are sacred acts. These are the quiet ways you make room for life to help you. You may notice that as you repeat the affirmation, your relationship with the unknown begins to change. The unknown may still be there, but it may not feel as sharp. The waiting may still be there, but it may not feel as heavy. The question may still be there, but it may no longer own your whole heart. This is the beginning of peace. Peace does not always arrive like thunder. Sometimes peace arrives like a soft blanket over the shoulders. Sometimes it arrives as one deep breath. Sometimes it arrives as a thought that says, maybe I do not have to be afraid of this. Sometimes it arrives as the quiet choice to stop replaying the same worry and return to love. Return to love now. Love for yourself. Love for your path. Love for the part of you that wants to trust but feels scared. Love for the part of you that has been waiting. Love for the part of you that needs proof. Do not reject these parts. Hold them gently. Tell them, we are learning a new way. We are learning how to trust what we cannot see. The path is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to come home to yourself, to the deeper self beneath fear, to the wiser self beneath worry, to the softer self beneath control. That self already knows how to trust life. That self remembers that you are part of something larger than this one moment. You do not have to force the universe to care. You do not have to earn support by suffering. You do not have to prove you are worthy of guidance. You are worthy now. You are guided now. You are held now, even while things are still becoming clear. Say it again, slowly. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let this be the thought you choose when the mind wants to spiral. Let this be the prayer you carry when the day feels uncertain. Let this be the soft place you return to before sleep. Let this be the first seed you plant when morning comes. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning, and as these words settle deeper, let them open more space inside you. Space for patience. Space for peace. Space for new guidance. Space for blessings that do not need to be forced. Space for the universe to move in its own loving way. You are not required to understand the whole design before you can trust the thread. You are not required to see the whole sky before you can trust the dawn. You are not required to know the whole path before you can take the next step. So breathe, soften, allow. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let the words keep working within you. Let them touch every fear that says nothing is happening. Let them touch every old belief that says you must do it all alone. Let them touch every place inside you that has forgotten how loved and guided you are. The unseen is not empty. The waiting is not wasted. The quiet is not proof that life has stopped. Your path is moving in ways that may be too soft for the eyes, but not too soft for the soul. The soul can feel it. The soul can sense it. The soul knows when something is coming into place, even before the mind has proof. Trust that quiet knowing. Trust the peace that comes without a reason. Trust the small pull toward rest. Trust the gentle desire to let go. Trust the breath that keeps returning. Trust the life that has carried you this far. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let this affirmation stay with you as a gentle guide into the next part of your journey. Let it become a calm voice beneath your thoughts. Let it remind you that you do not need to chase the future to be safe. You do not need to hold every answer to be loved. You do not need to force every door to open before it's time. There is a path. It may be quiet. It may be soft. It may be hidden for now, but it is aligning with each breath of trust, each moment of release, each choice to stop fighting what you cannot yet see. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. There comes a moment when the heart becomes tired from trying to hold everything together. You may not always say it out loud, but inside you know the feeling. The mind keeps turning over every detail. It tries to plan every step. It tries to guess every outcome. It tries to protect you from pain by thinking harder, watching closer, and holding tighter. But after a while, control does not feel like safety anymore. It feels like weight. It feels like pressure. It feels like carrying a future that has not even arrived. You may have been trying to control something because it matters deeply to you. Maybe you want your path to make sense. Maybe you want to know that your efforts are not wasted. Maybe you want the answer to come soon. Maybe you want life to show you a clear sign so your heart can finally rest. This is very human. The need for control often begins from a place of fear. It begins when the heart says, I do not want to be hurt again. I do not want to lose what I love. I do not want to be left in the dark. So do not judge yourself for wanting control. Do not be hard on yourself for trying to figure everything out. That part of you was only trying to feel safe. That part of you was only trying to keep your world from falling apart. But now, gently, softly, lovingly, you are being invited into another way. A way that does not ask you to carry the whole universe on your shoulders. A way that does not ask you to solve tomorrow before tomorrow comes. A way that lets you breathe again. Letting go of control does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you become weak. It does not mean you sit still and let life pass you by. Letting go means you stop believing that fear has to be in charge for life to work out. It means you stop forcing every door to open before it's time. It means you stop hurting your own heart by demanding answers that are not ready to arrive yet. It means you begin to trust that life can help you in ways your mind cannot plan. There is a deep peace in saying, I do not have to control everything to be safe. Say that softly inside yourself. I do not have to control everything to be safe. Feel what happens when those words touch your body. Maybe your shoulders drop a little. Maybe your breath becomes slower. Maybe a tight place inside you loosens. These words are simple, but they carry a gentle power. They remind you that safety does not only come from knowing. Safety can also come from trusting. For so long, you may have believed that if you could just think enough, plan enough, check enough, worry enough, then nothing could go wrong. But worry does not truly protect you. It only makes you live through pain before it has even happened. Control may seem strong, but it often keeps the heart small. It keeps you watching every shadow. It keeps you afraid of every pause. It keeps you from feeling the quiet support that is already around you. When you try to control everything, you leave very little room for life to surprise you. You leave very little room for grace. You leave very little room for the path to unfold in a way better than your fear could imagine. The mind can only work with what it already knows. But the universe is not limited to what your mind can see. Life can bring answers through doors you never noticed. Life can bring peace through changes you did not expect. Life can bring healing through moments that seemed small at first. This is why control can become a wall. It is not always built from strength. Sometimes it is built from old fear. It says, I must know everything before I can rest. It says, I must make everything happen alone. It says, if I loosen my grasp, I will lose what matters. But life whispers something softer. Life says, open your hands. What is truly meant for you does not need to be held by fear. What is aligned with your soul can meet you in peace. Think about the feeling of holding your breath. At first, you may not notice the tension. You may even believe you are in control. But after a little while, the body begins to ask for release. The chest tightens. The mind becomes restless. The whole body wants to exhale. Control is often like that. It is the holding of the breath. Trust is the exhale. Trust is the moment you say, I can let life breathe with me. Take a slow breath now. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. Let the body understand what the mind may still be learning. You are allowed to exhale. You are allowed to loosen your grip. You are allowed to stop holding every worry like it is your job. You are allowed to place the unknown into larger hands. There are things that belong to you, and there are things that belong to life. Your part is to listen, to choose with love, to act with honesty, to care for your heart, to take the next right step. Life's part is the timing, the unseen movement, the meeting of people and moments, the quiet alignment of things beyond your reach. When you try to do life's part too, you become tired. You begin to feel as if everything depends on you. But everything does not depend on you. You are part of life, not separate from it. You are guided by life, not abandoned by it. Let this truth move through you slowly. You do not have to carry the whole future in your hands. You do not have to know how every answer will come. You do not have to make every blessing arrive through your own force. You can do your part, and you can let the universe do what only the universe can do. This is where peace begins. Not when every question is answered, not when every plan is perfect, not when every sign is clear. Peace begins when you stop making control the price of safety. Peace begins when you say, even while I do not know, I can still be held. Even while I cannot see, I can still be guided. Even while life is quiet, I can still trust. Sometimes the need to control shows up in small ways. You may keep checking for a result. You may keep replaying a conversation. You may keep asking yourself the same question again and again. You may keep trying to imagine every possible ending. You may feel unable to rest until you know what will happen next. If this is happening inside you, be gentle. Do not fight yourself. Simply notice. Say, this is fear asking for comfort. Then give comfort to that fear. Place a hand over your heart, even if only in your mind, and say, I know you are scared. I know you want to be safe. But we do not have to control everything right now. We can breathe. We can trust this one moment. We can take one step. Speak to yourself this way, softly, kindly, patiently. The part of you that wants control does not need shame. It needs love. It needs to learn that trust is safe. Letting go is not one big act that happens only once. It is something you practice in small moments. You let go when you choose not to follow a worried thought all the way to the end. You let go when you stop forcing someone to understand you before they are ready. You let go when you take action from peace instead of panic. You let go when you accept that a closed door may be guidance, not rejection. You let go when you stop asking the future to prove that you are safe before you allow yourself to breathe. And each small letting go matters. Every time you release one tight thought, you make space. Every time you soften one fear, you make space. Every time you stop forcing, even for a moment, you make space. And into that space, peace can enter. Clarity can enter. New guidance can enter. The universe can work where your fear once stood in the way. You may wonder, if I let go, will I lose what I want? But sometimes the tighter you hold something, the more pain you feel around it. The more you chase, the more distant peace becomes. The more you force, the more the heart closes. Letting go does not mean what is meant for you will leave. Letting go means what is meant for you can come in a healthier way. It means your hands are open enough to receive without fear. It means your heart is soft enough to recognize the right thing when it arrives. What is meant for your path does not need your panic to find you. What is truly aligned does not need you to suffer every day to deserve it. What belongs to your peace can arrive through calm. It can arrive through trust. It can arrive when your heart is no longer so tight from trying to make everything happen. There is a simple affirmation for this moment. I release the need to control. I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Say it slowly. I release the need to control. I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Let the first part be an exhale. I release the need to control. Let the second part be a soft opening. I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Feel how the words do not take power away from you. They return power to the deeper part of you, the part that knows peace, the part that knows timing, the part that knows how to listen. Control says, I must make it happen. Trust says, I can take my step and allow life to meet me. Control says, I am alone in this. Trust says, something larger is moving with me. Control says, I must know now. Trust says, the next step will be shown when it is time. Control says, if I stop worrying, everything will fall apart. Trust says, when I stop worrying, I can finally hear guidance. You are not giving up your dream by trusting. You are giving up the fear that the dream can only come through struggle. You are not giving up your path by releasing control. You are giving up the belief that you must force every step. You are not giving up your future by softening. G. You are giving your future room to unfold in a way that is kind to your soul. There may be a part of you that says, but I have waited so long. Yes, maybe you have. Maybe your heart is tired. Maybe your patience feels thin. Maybe you have prayed, hoped, worked, healed, and still you do not see the full answer. Let that be honest. You do not have to pretend waiting is easy. But even in waiting, you can stop punishing yourself with fear. Even in waiting, you can stop making the delay mean you are forgotten. Even in waiting, you can choose a softer thought. A delay is not proof that life is against you. A quiet season is not proof that nothing is moving. A pause is not always a problem. Sometimes the pause is where your heart is being prepared. Sometimes the pause is where the path is being cleared. Sometimes the pause is where life is protecting you from arriving too soon at something not yet ready for your peace. So let go of the need to force the timing. Let go of the need to know every hidden reason. Let go of the need to turn every silence into a fear story. You can say, I do not understand this yet, but I am willing to trust that understanding can come. You can say, I cannot see the whole path yet, but I am willing to take the next honest step. You can say, I release control and I allow peace to lead me. When you release control, the body begins to change. The breath deepens, the jaw softens, the hands open, the heart has more room. You begin to feel that life is not something you must fight every day. Life becomes something you can move with. You can still care. You can still hope. You can still choose. But the energy is different. It is no longer panic. It is partnership. Imagine what it would feel like to live today without trying to solve everything. Not forever, just today. Imagine giving yourself permission to take this one day as it comes. Imagine saying, today I will not carry what belongs to tomorrow. Today I will not force what is not ready. Today I will meet this moment with a softer heart. Feel how much lighter that is. Feel how much kinder that is. You do not have to earn rest by solving your whole life first. You are allowed to rest while things are still unfinished. You are allowed to breathe while answers are still forming. You are allowed to feel peace before the outside world changes. This is a deep kind of trust. It says, I am not waiting for life to be perfect before I stop hurting myself with fear. Letting go of control is also letting go of the belief that you should have known everything sooner. Maybe you look back and think, I should have made a different choice. I should have seen the sign. I should have understood. Be gentle. You were learning. You were growing. You were doing the best you could with the light you had then. Now you have more light. Now you can choose differently. Now you can trust more deeply. Do not use the past as a reason to control the future. Use the past as proof that you can grow. Use it as proof that life can bring wisdom from confusion. Use it as proof that even when you did not know everything, you still kept becoming. You are here now. You are breathing now. A new softness is possible now. The universe does not need you to be perfect to guide you. Life can guide you through your questions. Life can guide you through your fear. Life can guide you through a simple, quiet feeling inside. The more you release control, the more you may notice guidance that was always there, but hidden beneath noise. So today, when the mind starts to grip, pause. When the fear starts to rush, pause. When you feel the old need to force the answer, pause. Take one breath and say, I release the need to control. I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Let this be your practice. Let it be simple. Let it be repeated. Let it be enough. You may not feel free all at once. That is okay. A tight heart learns softness slowly. A worried mind learns peace through practice. A soul that has carried too much learns release one breath at a time. Do not rush your own healing. Even learning to let go can be done gently. There is nothing wrong with you because you are learning trust. There is nothing wrong with you because the unknown still feels hard sometimes. You are human. You are tender. You are becoming. And life is not asking you to become fearless overnight. Life is inviting you to stop letting fear be your only guide. Let your guide be peace. Let your guide be the soft feeling in your heart. Let your guide be the truth that what is meant for you does not require you to live in constant tension. Let your guide be the quiet knowing that the universe can hold the parts of the path you cannot see. And as you release control, even just a little, notice what opens inside you. A little more breath, a little more space, a little more trust, a little more room for the universe to move. Imagine a quiet path covered in soft morning mist. You are standing at the beginning of it. The air is calm. The world around you is still. You can see only a few steps ahead, and beyond that, the path disappears into white softness. You may want the mist to clear all at once. You may want to see the whole road before you move. You may want to know where it leads, how long it will take, and what waits at the end. But the path does not show itself all at once. It only shows the next step. At first, this can feel uncertain. The mind may say, "How can I walk if I cannot see far ahead?" But the heart can learn something gentle here. You do not need to see the whole road to take the next step. You do not need to know the final answer to move with trust. You do not need the mist to disappear before life can guide you. This hidden path is like your life. There are times when you can see clearly. There are times when everything makes sense. And then there are times when the path becomes soft, quiet, and unclear. The future feels covered. The answers feel far away. You can see enough for today, but not enough for tomorrow. And yet, enough for today is still enough. The next step is a sacred thing. It may look small, but it carries power. One honest step can change the energy of your whole path. One peaceful choice can open a door you did not know was there. One moment of trust can calm a fear that has been speaking too loudly. You may want the full map, but sometimes life gives you a single step because a single step is all your soul needs right now. When you stand on the hidden path, you are invited to walk differently. Not with force, not with panic, not with the need to control every turn. You are invited to walk with listening. You are invited to feel your way gently. You are invited to trust the ground under your feet, even when the distance is unclear. The mist is not your enemy. It may feel like it is hiding something from you, but maybe it is protecting you from seeing too much too soon. If you saw every turn, every delay, every change, every lesson, your mind might try to control all of it. You might rush ahead. You might fear what does not need to be feared yet. You might miss the beauty of this one step because you are too busy staring at the far distance. Sometimes life covers the full path so you can return to the present moment. There is kindness in not knowing everything. There is mercy in being shown only what you need now. There is peace in walking one step at a time. The mind may call this uncertainty, but the soul may call it guidance. The mind may call it delay, but the soul may call it preparation. The mind may call it silence, but the soul may call it trust. Take a breath and place yourself on that misty path in your heart. Feel the quiet around you. Feel the ground beneath you. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to run. You do not need to prove that you are brave. Just stand there for a moment and breathe. You are safe on this path. You are not alone on this path. You are being led, even here. Now look down at the step in front of you. This is the only step life is asking you to take right now. Not the 10th step, not the final step, not the step you may need next year. Just this one. Maybe the step is rest. Maybe the step is patience. Maybe the step is making one kind choice. Maybe the step is forgiving yourself. Maybe the step is letting go of something that keeps hurting your peace. Maybe the step is simply saying, I am willing to trust. Not every step looks big. Some of the most important steps are quiet. Choosing not to chase is a step. Choosing not to speak to yourself with fear is a step. Choosing not to return to what closes your heart is a step. Choosing to wait without bitterness is a step. Choosing to believe that life is still working is a step. These steps may not look impressive from the outside, but inside they change the whole path. The hidden path teaches you that guidance is often close. It may not show the whole journey, but it shows enough to keep moving. This is how the universe often works. It gives enough light for the next choice. It gives enough peace for the next breath. It gives enough strength for the next moment. And after you take that step, another step appears. You may have seen this in your own life before. You did not know how everything would work out, but somehow one thing led to another. One conversation opened something. One choice changed the direction. One ending created space. One quiet feeling guided you away from something wrong for you. One moment of courage brought a new beginning. At the time, you may not have seen the full meaning, but later you understood more. This is why you can trust the hidden path. Life does not need to explain everything before it supports you. The universe does not need to show every turn before it begins guiding your feet. The path can be real even when it is not fully visible. If you are in a season where you cannot see far ahead, let this image comfort you. You are not standing in emptiness. You are standing on a path. The mist may be thick, but the ground is still beneath you. The distance may be hidden, but the next step is still there. The future may be unclear, but life has not left you without support. There is a gentle affirmation for this moment. I do not need to see the whole path. I trust the next step. Say it softly. I do not need to see the whole path. I trust the next step. Let those words slow the mind. Let them bring you back from the far future. Let them remind you that the next step is where your power lives. You cannot walk the whole path at once. You can only walk the step that is here, and that is enough. The need to see the whole path often comes from fear. Fear says, if I can see everything, I can stop pain from happening. But life was never meant to be lived from constant fear. You were not meant to walk your path with your whole body tight, waiting for something to go wrong. You were meant to walk with awareness, yes, but also with trust. You were meant to listen, learn, choose, and allow. When you trust the next step, you stop asking this moment to reveal what belongs to another time. You stop trying to pull the future into the present before it is ready. You stop exhausting yourself with questions that cannot yet be answered. You begin to live where life is actually meeting you. Here. Here is where your breath is. Here is where your heart is. Here is where guidance can be felt. Here is where your next choice lives. The mind may run into tomorrow, but the soul is always calling you back to now, because now is where the path opens. The hidden path may also ask you to trust your inner feeling. Not every step will come with loud proof. Sometimes you will feel a simple calm around to one choice. Sometimes you will feel a quiet heaviness around another. Sometimes the answer will not be a voice, but a soft knowing. Sometimes peace itself will be the sign. Learn to honor peace. Peace does not always mean the step is easy. It means the step is true. Sometimes the right step still asks for courage. Sometimes the aligned step asks you to release something familiar. Sometimes the guided step asks you to wait when your mind wants to rush. But beneath it, there is a quiet steadiness, a feeling that says, this is the way for now. Do not ignore that quiet steadiness. Do not wait for fear to disappear completely before you move. Fear may come with you for a while, but fear does not have to lead. You can let peace lead. You can let trust lead. You can let the next honest step lead. As you walk the hidden path, remember that not every closed way is failure. If one part of the path is blocked, life may be guiding you another way. If something does not open, it may not be your door right now. If something leaves, it may have completed its part in your journey. This does not mean there is no pain. Letting go can hurt. Change can feel tender. But pain does not always mean you are on the wrong path. Sometimes pain is part of leaving behind what no longer belongs to your future. Be gentle with yourself in the midst. Do not demand perfect trust. Do not demand perfect peace. Some days you may walk with confidence. Other days you may walk slowly, with questions in your chest. Both are still walking. Both are still part of the path. The universe does not abandon you because you feel unsure. Life does not stop guiding you because you need reassurance. You can pause on the path. You can breathe. You can say, I am scared, but I am still willing. You can say, I cannot see far, but I can see this step. You can say, I trust the universe with the part of the road that is hidden. These words help the heart settle. They help the mind loosen. They help the body remember that it is safe to move slowly. There is no need to rush through the mist. Rushing does not make the path clearer. Panic does not make the future arrive faster. If anything, rushing can make you miss the small signs around you. A gentle step is enough. A steady breath is enough. A quiet heart can see what a rushed mind often misses. The hidden path also teaches patience with yourself. You may wish you were already further along. You may compare your path to someone else's. You may think, why can they see clearly while I am still waiting? But your path is not meant to look like anyone else's. Your timing is not meant to match anyone else's. Your lessons, your healing, your openings, your pauses, they belong to your soul's rhythm. Comparison makes the mist feel heavier. Trust makes it lighter. When you compare, you leave your own path and stare at another. When you trust, you return to your feet, your breath, your next step. You remember that your life is not late because it is not moving at someone else's speed. You remember that your path has its own quiet wisdom. Maybe right now, your next step is not to do more, but to believe more gently. Maybe your next step is not to push harder, but to soften. Maybe your next step is not to find the full answer, but to stop hurting yourself because the answer is still forming. Maybe your next step is simply to let the path be hidden without calling it wrong. There is power in that. There is deep peace in saying, I do not need to understand everything today. This does not make you careless. It makes you free. It frees you from the burden of trying to hold what only life can hold. It frees you from the belief that uncertainty is proof of danger. It frees you to live this day with more softness. Imagine again that misty path. Now imagine a warm light above you, not showing the whole road, but shining gently on the step before you. That light is enough. It does not give you every answer. It gives you guidance for now. And now is where you are. Now is where life meets you. Now is where trust becomes real. Walk with that light. Let it be simple. Let each step appear when it is needed. Let the mist remain where it needs to remain. You do not have to fight it. You do not have to fear it. You can allow the hidden parts to stay in the care of the universe. The path may be softer than you expected. It may not open through force. It may open through surrender. It may open when you stop chasing the old answer. It may open when you rest. It may open when you finally admit what your heart truly needs. It may open when you stop trying to be who you used to be and allow yourself to become who life is shaping you to be. Your path is softly aligning, not loudly, not violently, not through pressure, softly, quietly, step by step, breath by breath, choice by choice. And because it is soft, you may miss it if you are only looking for big signs. Look for the small ones. Look for the calm. Look for the gentle pull. Look for the door that opens without forcing. Look for the peace that comes when you release what was never yours to carry. Trust the hidden path. Trust the next step. Trust the mist that keeps you present. Trust the light that gives enough for today. Trust that the universe can see the road even when you cannot. You do not need to see the whole path. You trust the next step. There are seasons when life feels slow. You may feel ready, but nothing seems to move. You may feel open, but the door has not appeared. You may feel like you have done the inner work, said the prayers, changed the thoughts, softened the heart, and still the answer seems to wait somewhere beyond your reach. In those moments, it is easy to think something has gone wrong. But slow does not always mean wrong. Waiting does not always mean denial. Silence does not always mean the universe has said no. Sometimes life is not denying you. It is aligning you. Sometimes the pause is not punishment. It is preparation. Sometimes what you want is not absent. It is being placed in the right order, in the right way, at the right time. And because you cannot see all the pieces, the mind may become restless. It may say, "Why not now?" It may say, "Why is it taking so long?" It may say, "Maybe it will never happen." But the soul knows a deeper truth. What is truly meant for you does not need to be forced. It can arrive in the right time, in the right way. Divine timing is not always easy for the human heart. The heart wants what it wants. It wants relief. It wants proof. It wants the door to open now. And there is nothing wrong with wanting. Desire can be sacred. Hope can be beautiful. But when desire becomes tight, when hope becomes fear, when waiting becomes self-punishment, the heart suffers. Divine timing asks you to hold your desire with open hands, to care deeply but not grip, to hope fully but not panic, to trust that life can arrange what you cannot see. There is a quiet alignment happening in every life. Some things must meet. Some things must end. Some things must begin. Some hearts must heal. Some lessons must be learned. Some doors must close so the right ones can be found. Some delays must protect you from arriving too soon. Some pauses must prepare you to receive without fear. You may not always like this. You may not always understand it. But you can learn to rest inside it. You can learn to say, "I trust the timing of my life." I trust what is forming in silence. I trust that what is meant for me can meet me when the time is right. Say that softly now. I trust the timing of my life. I trust what is forming in silence. I trust that what is meant for me can meet me when the time is right. Let the words slow your inner world. Let them loosen the hurry. Let them remind you that life is not always late just because it does not follow the time your fear created. Fear creates urgent time. The soul lives in sacred time. Fear says, "It must happen now or I am not safe." The soul says, "What is real can arrive in peace." Sometimes the thing you are asking for requires more space than you currently have. Not because you are not worthy, but because life is kind. A blessing that arrives before the heart is ready can feel heavy. A door that opens before you have peace may be hard to walk through. A new beginning that comes before an old fear is softened may bring the old fear with it. So life, in its quiet wisdom, may be preparing you first. Preparation can feel like waiting, but it is not empty. During preparation, your thoughts are changing. Your heart is learning. Your body is remembering safety. Your spirit is becoming more open. You are being taught to receive without running, without doubting, without pushing the good away because it feels unfamiliar. This is part of alignment. Do not mistake preparation for rejection. Do not mistake slow growth for no growth. Do not mistake the quiet season for a forgotten season. The seed beneath the soil is not rejected by the sun. It is growing in the only way it can grow first, hidden, slow, and deep. You are allowed to grow this way too. When life feels slow, the mind often starts to measure. It looks at time. It looks at age. It looks at other people. It looks at what has not happened yet. It creates a story that says, "I am behind." But the soul does not measure life this way. The soul is not in a race. The soul is learning trust, love, wisdom, peace, and openness. Some of the most meaningful parts of your path cannot be rushed because they are not only about reaching something, they are about becoming someone who can live with more peace when it arrives. You are not behind. Let those words enter gently. You are not behind. Your path is not ruined because it is taking time. Your dream is not dead because it is quiet. Your healing is not false because you still have tender days. Your guidance is not gone because you cannot see the next 10 steps. You are in a living process, and living things move in rhythms. The moon does not become full in one moment. The tide does not stay in one place. The tree does not grow by force. The morning does not open because someone commands it. Nature trusts rhythm. Nature understands timing, and you are part of that same life. You also have rhythm. You also have seasons. You also have moments of blooming and moments of rooting. Both are sacred. Quiet alignment often happens in the rooting season. This is the season where life may not look bright on the outside, but something important is growing underneath. Roots must grow before the flower can rise. Inner trust must grow before the next chapter can feel stable. Peace must grow before the blessing can be held with an open heart. If you are in a rooting season, be kind to yourself. Do not demand flowers every day. Do not judge the ground because it looks bare. Do not dig up your own seed just to check if it is growing. Trust the hidden work. Trust the quiet growth. Trust that the universe knows how to bring life from places that look still. A delay can sometimes be protection. You may have wanted a certain door to open quickly, but life may have seen what was behind it. You may have wanted a certain answer, but life may have known it would keep you from a better one. You may have wanted something before you were truly ready, but life may have loved you enough to slow the process. This does not mean you were being punished. It means there may have been more care around you than you realized. A delay can also be redirection. Sometimes you are kept from one path because another path is quietly forming. At first, this can feel confusing. You may ask why your plans are changing. You may feel disappointed when something does not happen as expected. But later, you may see that the changed path brought you closer to peace. Later, you may understand that what looked like a no was actually a gentle turn. Later, you may thank the door that did not open because it guided you toward the one that fit your soul. This is why trust matters in the middle. The middle is where you do not yet have the full meaning. The middle is where life is still unfolding. The middle is where the mind wants to judge the whole story before the next page has been written. But you do not have to judge your life too soon. You do not have to call this delay a failure. You do not have to decide that nothing good is coming just because it is not here yet. Let the middle be the middle. Let the unfinished be unfinished. Let the unseen remain in the care of the universe. Your work is not to force the ending. Your work is to become peaceful enough to walk with life as it unfolds. There is a soft power in patience. Not the kind of patience that feels like suffering in silence. Not the kind of patience that denies your longing, but the kind of patience that says, I trust that life knows how to arrive. This patience is not passive. It is alive. It keeps the heart open. It lets you take steps without desperation. It lets you hope without hurting yourself. It lets you live today instead of postponing peace until everything changes. Patience says, I can be here while life is forming. Patience says, I can breathe while the answer is on its way. Patience says, I can trust the process without needing to control every detail. This kind of patience is gentle strength. It is the strength of a heart that has chosen not to close. When impatience rises, do not fight it. Impatience often means your heart is tired. It may mean you need comfort. It may mean you need rest. It may mean you need to remember that you are not alone. So when impatience comes, place kindness around it. Say, I know waiting feels hard. I know you want proof. But we are safe in this moment. We can trust one breath. We can trust one step. Then return to the affirmation. I trust the timing of my life. What is meant for me can arrive in peace. Say it again. I trust the timing of my life. What is meant for me can arrive in peace. These words help you release the belief that blessings must be chased. They help you remember that what is meant for your path does not need to come through fear. They help you soften the body and open the heart. They help you stand in the waiting without losing yourself. Sometimes people think trusting divine timing means doing nothing. But that is not true. Trusting timing means you do what is yours to do without forcing what is not yours to control. You answer the call in your heart. You take the step that feels honest. You care for your inner world. You stay open to guidance. You release what keeps closing your spirit. You act from peace when action is needed. And then you allow life to meet you. This is a partnership. You and life. You and the universe. You and the quiet wisdom that sees beyond this moment. You are not sitting outside your life waiting helplessly. You are participating. Nang with trust. You are becoming available. You are becoming aligned. You are becoming softer, clearer, and more ready for the good that belongs to your path. Quiet alignment may not look like anything at first. It may feel like a small shift in your heart. You stop needing the same thing so badly. You stop feeling pulled toward what hurts you. You stop chasing what does not meet you with peace. You begin to want what is honest, not just what is familiar. You begin to feel that some things are no longer for you, even if you once wanted them deeply. This is alignment too. Alignment is not always about getting what the old you wanted. Sometimes it is about becoming someone who wants from a healthier place. Sometimes life delays something because your desire is changing. Sometimes the universe is not only bringing you closer to a blessing, it is bringing you closer to yourself. And as you come closer to yourself, the path begins to change in beautiful ways. You may notice that you no longer want to force love from places that feel cold. You no longer want to prove your worth to doors that keep closing. You no longer want to rush into something just because you are afraid of waiting. You no longer want to abandon your peace for a result. This is not loss. This is growth. This is your path aligning with the truth of who you are becoming. Trust this growth. Trust the way your heart is changing. Trust the desires that feel calmer, cleaner, kinder. Trust the peace that comes when you stop fighting for what keeps wounding you. Trust the quiet no. Trust the gentle yes. Trust that alignment may feel soft, but it is deeply powerful. The universe often aligns your path by changing you from within first. Before the outer door opens, an inner door opens. Before the new chapter begins, an old belief loosens. Before the blessing arrives, the heart becomes safer to receive it. This is why inner work matters. This is why trust matters. This is why the waiting is not wasted. Even now, something may be softening in you. Even now, your relationship with time may be changing. Even now, the tightness around your desire may be loosening. Even now, you may be learning to say, I still care, but I will not suffer every day while I wait. I still hope, but I will not make my peace depend on one outcome. I still dream, but I trust that life may know an even kinder way. This is freedom. To hope without gripping. To desire without panic. To wait without calling yourself forgotten. To trust without seeing. This is the heart of divine timing. Look back for a moment, not with regret, but with gentle understanding. There may have been things in your life that did not happen when you wanted them to. At the time, it may have hurt. It may have confused you. But later, perhaps you saw a reason. Perhaps you saw that the timing would not have been right. Perhaps you saw that you were being guided away from something. Perhaps you saw that life was preparing something else. Even if you cannot see that for everything yet, let the memories you do understand become proof that life can work beyond your first view. You do not have to understand every delay today. You only need to stop making every delay mean you are unloved. You only need to stop using time as a weapon against your own heart. You only need to stop telling yourself that because it has not happened yet, it never can. Life is larger than your fear. The universe is not limited by your current view. A path can still open. What is meant for you can arrive in peace. Let this be more than a sentence. Let it be a way of living. What is meant for you can arrive in peace. You do not have to chase it with a frightened heart. You do not have to force it through a closed door. You do not have to become someone you are not to receive it. You can keep returning to yourself. You can keep choosing trust. You can keep walking the path that feels honest. And while you wait, live. Do not place your whole life on hold until the answer arrives. Do not make your joy wait outside a locked door. Do not tell your heart that peace is only allowed after everything is clear. Peace is allowed now. Small joy is allowed now. Rest is allowed now. Gratitude is allowed now. The present moment is still part of your life. Do not give it all away to a future that has not arrived yet. The universe can work with a heart that is living. The universe can guide a heart that is open. The universe can meet you in today, not only in someday. So breathe today. Love yourself today. Take one step today. Notice one blessing today. Speak one kind sentence to yourself today. This is how you stay aligned while the larger path forms. Divine timing is not asking you to stop wanting. It is asking you to stop hurting yourself with the want. It is asking you to hold desire with trust. It is asking you to believe that the universe can say, "Not yet," with love. It is asking you to allow your path to become clear in the right rhythm. There is a soft rhythm moving through your life right now. You may not hear it when fear is loud, but it is there. It is in your breath. It is in the small signs. It is in the closed doors that protect. It is in the open doors that feel peaceful. It is in the quiet desire to keep going. It is in the inner voice that says, "Trust, something is aligning." Let that voice be enough for this moment. Let the need to hurry soften. Let the need to understand everything loosen. Let the timing belong to life. Let the trust belong to you. Say it again slowly and gently. I trust the timing of my life. What is meant for me can arrive in peace. Let those words walk with you. Let them meet you in moments of doubt. Let them calm the part of you that thinks waiting means losing. Let them remind you that life is not late. Life is working in ways you cannot always see. Your path is not frozen. It is forming. Your dream is not forgotten. It is being held in a larger wisdom. Your heart is not behind. It is learning how to receive with more peace. Your life is not outside the care of the universe. It is moving inside a quiet alignment. And as you trust this, something inside you begins to rest. Not because every answer has arrived, but because you are no longer fighting the sacred rhythm of your own path. You are no longer demanding that life prove itself before you breathe. You are no longer treating the unseen as an enemy. You are beginning to understand that what is meant for you can come softly, kindly, and in the right time. I trust the timing of my life. What is meant for me can arrive in peace. Take a slow breath now and let this moment become softer around you. You do not need to rush. You do not need to fix everything before you can feel peace. You do not need to understand the whole path before you allow your body to rest. Just breathe gently and slowly, as if life itself is reminding you that you are still here, still held, still guided, still safe in this moment. There is a quiet place inside you that knows how to trust. It may be covered by worry. It may be hidden beneath many thoughts. It may feel far away when life is unclear, but it is still there. It is the part of you that remembers you are not walking through life alone. It is the part of you that knows the universe is not outside of you, distant and cold, but around you, within you, moving with every breath you take. Imagine now that you are standing under a wide, quiet sky. The sky is deep and calm, full of soft light. There is no pressure in this place. There is no need to hurry. There is no one asking you to explain yourself. There is only stillness, space, and a warm feeling that says, you are allowed to rest here. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the ground holding you without asking anything from you. It does not ask you to be perfect. It does not ask you to have every answer. It simply holds you. In the same way, life is holding you right now. You may not always feel it, but you are being carried in more ways than you know. The breath comes, the heart beats, the morning returns. Life continues to meet you moment by moment. Above you, imagine a soft golden light. It is not harsh. It is not too bright. It is warm, gentle, and peaceful. This light represents the love of the universe, the care of life, the quiet guidance that has always been with you. Let this light slowly move around you like a soft blanket made of peace. Let it touch your shoulders. Let it touch your chest. Let it touch your hands. Let it touch the tired places inside you. You do not have to carry everything here. You do not have to hold every fear, every question, every plan, every worry. In this quiet light, you are allowed to put down what has become too heavy. You are allowed to stop pretending that you can carry the whole future by yourself. You are allowed to let the universe hold what your hands were never meant to hold alone. Take another slow breath. As you breathe in, feel the golden light entering your heart. As you breathe out, feel your body letting go, just a little. You do not have to release everything at once. One breath is enough. One soft opening is enough. One small moment of trust is enough. Now imagine that in your hands you are holding all the things you cannot see clearly. Maybe you are holding a question about your future. Maybe you are holding a worry about timing. Maybe you are holding fear about a door that has not opened. Maybe you are holding pain from something that ended. Maybe you are holding the deep wish for life to finally show you where to go. Look at these worries in your hands, not with judgment, but with kindness. They are not your enemy. They are parts of you asking to feel safe. They are parts of you that have been trying to protect your heart. But they are heavy now. They have asked too much of your body. They have taken too much space in your mind. And now, gently, you are being invited to let the universe hold them with you. Whisper softly inside yourself, I do not have to carry this alone. Let those words move slowly through your body. I do not have to carry this alone. Let your heart hear them. Let the tired places in you hear them. Let the part of you that has been trying so hard hear them. You do not have to carry this alone. Now, in your imagination, lift your hands toward the golden light. You are not throwing your worries away. You are not denying them. You are simply offering them to something larger than your fear. You are saying, I have done what I can. I have cared. I have hoped. I have tried. Now I allow life to help me in ways I cannot see. One by one, allow each worry to rise from your hands into the light. See the first worry becoming softer. See it losing its sharp edges. See it turning into light. Let it rise. Let it be held. Let it be changed by the peace of the universe. Now let the next worry rise. Maybe it is the fear that you are behind. Let that fear move into the light. Watch it soften. Watch it become less heavy. Watch it dissolve into warmth. You are not behind. You are in your own timing. Your path does not need to look like anyone else's path to be sacred. Now let another worry rise. Maybe it is the fear that nothing is happening. Let that fear move into the light. Watch it soften. Watch it become quiet. Something can be moving even when you cannot see it. Something can be forming even when the outside looks still. Something can be aligning beneath the surface. Now let another worry rise. Maybe it is the fear that you will not know what to do. Let that fear move into the light. Watch it become soft and small. You do not need every answer today. The next step can become clear when it is time. The right thought can come. The right feeling can rise. The right door can open in peace. As your hands become lighter, notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice the space inside your chest. You may feel that nothing outside has changed yet, but something inside is changing. The tight grip is loosening. The need to know is softening. The heart is beginning to remember that it is safe to trust what it cannot see. The golden light now surrounds you fully. It is above you, below you, beside you, and within you. It does not push you. It does not rush you. It simply holds you. This is how the universe often works. It does not always come with loud answers. Sometimes it comes as a quiet feeling of support. Sometimes it comes as a breath that feels easier. Sometimes it comes as a little space between you and the worry. Let yourself receive that space. Let yourself receive the feeling that you are not alone. Let yourself receive the truth that life can hold many things at once. Life can hold your questions. Life can hold your timing. Life can hold your future. Life can hold the path you cannot yet see. Say softly, I am safe. I am guided. I am not alone. Again, I am safe. I am guided. I am not alone. Let these words be simple. Let them be easy. Let them be enough. You do not have to make them perfect. You do not have to force belief. Just let the words touch your heart. Let them become a small light inside you. I am safe. I am guided. I am not alone. There may still be unknowns in your life. There may still be questions that do not have answers yet. There may still be things you wish you could see more clearly. But in this moment, you can choose to be held. You can choose to stop fighting the silence. You can choose to let the universe carry what is too heavy for your mind. Imagine now that the golden light begins to form a path in front of you. It does not show the whole road. It only lights the next few steps. And somehow, this feels peaceful. You do not need more than this right now. The light is enough. The step is enough. The breath is enough. You begin to understand that being guided does not always mean knowing the full plan. Sometimes being guided means feeling peace in the next small step. Sometimes being guided means being stopped from going somewhere that is not right for you. Sometimes being guided means waiting. Sometimes being guided means resting. Sometimes being guided means letting go of the question for a while so your heart can hear the answer when it comes. The universe is not asking you to run. It is not asking you to prove your faith. It is not asking you to be fearless. It is simply inviting you to trust a little more than you did yesterday. It is inviting you to soften the places that have become tight. It is inviting you to return to the quiet truth that life is with you, even when life is not explaining everything yet. Let the golden light move into your mind now. Let it touch the thoughts that repeat too much. Let it calm the questions that have been spinning. Let it say to every worried thought, you may rest now. You do not have to think your way into safety. You do not have to worry your way into answers. You do not have to control your way into peace. Peace is here in the breath. Peace is here in the surrender. Peace is here in the moment you say, I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Say it now. I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Again, slowly. I trust the universe with what I cannot see. Feel how those words place the unseen into loving hands. You are not saying you do not care. You are saying you care enough to stop hurting yourself with fear. You are saying you trust that the path does not need your panic to become clear. You are saying life can work in ways that do not need to be seen yet. Now let the light move into your heart. Maybe there is sadness there. Maybe there is hope. Maybe there is tiredness. Maybe there is a deep longing for things to finally make sense. Let all of it be held. You do not have to hide anything from the universe. You do not have to be calm before you are loved. You do not have to be certain before you are guided. Let your heart be exactly as it is. Soft, tired, open, unsure, hopeful, healing. All of it is welcome here. The universe can meet you in your truth. Life can hold you in your becoming. You are not too messy to be guided. You are not too late to be blessed. You are not too afraid to learn trust. There is a gentle power in allowing yourself to be held before everything is solved. This is a deep act of faith. It says, I am not waiting for the whole world to become perfect before I give myself peace. It says, I can rest while answers are still forming. It says, I can breathe while the path is still hidden. Let yourself feel that now. Rest while answers are forming. Breathe while the path is hidden. Trust while the light is soft. The golden light around you grows warmer. It does not need words. It does not need proof. It is simply there, like the love of life, like the quiet care of the universe, like the unseen support that has carried you through days you thought you could not survive. You have been held before. You may not have noticed it at the time, but you were held. In moments when you did not know how you would continue, breath still came. In moments when your heart felt heavy, a new morning still arrived. In moments when life changed, you still found another step. That was not nothing. That was life meeting you. That was unseen support. That was the quiet hand of grace. Let that memory become strength. Let it remind you that you have not come this far alone. Something has walked with you. Something has helped you rise. Something has guided you through moments you did not understand. And that same quiet support is here now. You may not see the full path, but you can trust the presence that walks with you. You may not see the answer, but you can trust the peace that begins to grow inside you. You may not see the taming, but you can trust that life knows how to move. Take another breath. Feel the golden light becoming part of you. It is no longer only around you, it is within you. It is in your chest, your breath, your hands, your thoughts. It reminds you that trust is not outside of you. Trust is something you return to inside. Now say gently, I am safe. I am guided. I am not alone. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let these words settle. Do not rush away from them. Let them become quiet inside you. Let them stay. And when you return to your day, carry this feeling with you. The feeling of being held, the feeling of open hands, the feeling of placing the unseen into the care of the universe. You can come back to this whenever worry becomes loud. You can close your eyes, breathe, imagine the golden light, and remember, you do not have to carry this alone. Your path is not forgotten. Your heart is not ignored. Your life is not outside the care of the universe. You are safe. You are guided. You are not alone. When the heart becomes calm, it begins to notice what fear could not see. Fear looks for danger. Peace looks for guidance. Fear asks, what if nothing works? Peace asks, what is life showing me now? Fear rushes past small blessings because it is searching for one big answer. Peace slows down and sees that the universe often speaks in gentle ways. You may be waiting for a large sign. You may want something clear, something bright, something impossible to miss. And sometimes signs do come that way. Sometimes life makes the next step very clear. But many times, guidance comes softly. It comes through a calm feeling. It comes through a sudden idea. It comes through a door closing and your heart slowly understanding why. It comes through a quiet chance, a kind word, a peaceful moment, or the feeling that you should wait just a little longer. The universe does not always shout. Often it whispers, and to hear a whisper, the heart must become still. This is why inner peace matters so much. Peace is not only a good feeling. Peace is a place inside you where guidance can be felt more clearly. When the mind is loud with worry, even a clear sign can be missed. When the body is tight with fear, even a kind answer can feel unsafe. But when you soften, when you breathe, when you return to trust, you begin to hear the quiet language of life. A sign does not always mean something outside you changes. Sometimes the sign is the shift inside you. You may feel a little lighter after days of heaviness. You may feel a calm answer rise without forcing it. You may feel less pulled towards something that used to control your thoughts. You may feel more willing to wait. You may feel a gentle no in your body or a peaceful yes in your heart. These are signs too. Do not ignore small peace. Small peace is sacred. It may be the first way the universe tells you this is the direction. It may be the first light on the path. It may not explain everything, but it gives you enough to breathe. Many people look only for signs that match what they want, but true guidance does not always flatter the fear. Sometimes a sign brings comfort. Sometimes it brings correction. Sometimes it says, keep going. Sometimes it says, slow down. Sometimes it says, this is not the door. Sometimes it says, wait, something better is forming. If you only listen for the answer you already chose, you may miss the answer that is truly loving you. So ask for signs with an open heart. Not from fear, not from control, not from the need to force the universe to prove itself. Ask gently, then become quiet enough to notice what follows. Notice how you feel. Notice what brings peace. Notice what keeps creating tension. Notice what opens naturally. Notice what needs to be forced again and again. Notice where your energy becomes soft. Notice where your spirit feels small. Your body often understands before your mind does. A peaceful path may feel open in the chest. A wrong path may feel heavy, tight, or draining. This does not mean every hard thing is wrong. Sometimes growth feels uncomfortable, but there is a difference between discomfort that helps you grow and discomfort that slowly closes your spirit. Learn to listen. Learn to honor the gentle wisdom within you. Small miracles are also signs. A small miracle may be a moment when your worry becomes quiet. A small miracle may be a day when you feel hope again. A small miracle may be the strength to not return to an old pattern. A small miracle may be a message that comes at the right time. A small miracle may be a sentence you read that feels like it was meant for your heart. A small miracle may be the courage to rest instead of forcing. Do not wait for life to become dramatic before you believe you are supported. Support is often simple. It is in the breath. It is in the ground beneath you. It is in the warmth of sunlight. It is in the quiet chance to begin again. It is in the fact that even after everything, your heart still wants peace. That desire for peace is a miracle. That wish to trust again is a miracle. That soft part of you that still believes life can be kind is a miracle. When you begin to notice small miracles, your energy changes. You stop living only from lack. You stop telling yourself that nothing good is here. You begin to see that life has been meeting you in quiet ways all along. Gratitude begins to grow, not because everything is perfect, but because you are learning to see what is still good. Gratitude does not deny pain. It does not pretend that waiting is easy. It does not say every problem is gone. Gratitude simply opens the heart enough to say, even here, I can notice one blessing. Even here, I can receive one moment of peace. Even here, life is not empty. This is powerful, because what you notice, you become more open to. When you notice only fear, fear becomes louder. When you notice only delay, delay becomes your whole story. But when you notice small signs of support, your heart begins to trust that support may be everywhere, quietly waiting for you to see it. The universe may be speaking to you through peace right now. Maybe not through a big event, maybe not through a sudden answer, maybe through the soft feeling in your chest as you hear these words, maybe through the breath that is becoming slower, maybe through the thought that says, I can stop forcing for a moment, maybe through the quiet knowing that you are not as alone as fear told you. Let that be enough. Do not make the sign smaller because it is gentle. Some of the most important guidance comes quietly. A whisper can change a whole life if the heart is willing to listen. When your heart is calm, you begin to see patterns. You begin to notice what keeps returning. You begin to notice which thoughts bring peace and which thoughts bring fear. You begin to notice which doors need to be pushed open and which doors open with ease. You begin to notice who helps your spirit breathe and what makes it close. This noticing is guidance. You do not have to understand every sign right away. Sometimes a sign only makes sense later. Sometimes a closed door feels painful at first and protective later. Sometimes a delay feels unfair at first and wise later. Sometimes a quiet feeling seems small at first and becomes the beginning of a new direction. Let life reveal meaning in its own time. The mind wants to label everything quickly. It wants to say, this is good, This is bad. This is success. This is failure. But life is often more gentle and more complex than those labels. What feels like a pause may be preparation. What feels like loss may be clearing. What feels like silence may be deep inner work. What feels like being stopped may be being guided. So hold your life with softer hands. Let the signs speak slowly. Let the meaning unfold. Let yourself be a student of peace instead of a servant of fear. There is a simple way to ask for guidance. You can say, "Universe, show me the next step in a way my heart can understand. Help me feel peace around what is right for me. Help me release what is not meant for my path." Then breathe. Do not demand. Do not chase. Do not check every moment with panic. Ask, open, and listen. Listening is an act of trust. It says, "I believe life can speak." It says, "I do not need to force the answer." It says, "I am willing to receive guidance in the way it comes, not only in the way I expect." Sometimes the sign may be rest. This can be hard to accept because the mind often thinks progress means action. But there are times when the most guided thing you can do is rest. Rest your body. Rest your thoughts. Rest your need to solve. Rest your heart from chasing. In rest, the inner noise becomes softer. And when the inner noise becomes softer, guidance can rise. Sometimes the sign may be patience. Not because life wants to hurt you, but because something is still aligning. Patience may be the universe saying, "Not yet, but stay open." Patience may be the path asking you to grow roots before flowers. Patience may be protection from moving too quickly into something your soul is not ready to hold. Sometimes the sign may be release. You may feel tired of forcing the same thing. You may feel your heart no longer opening there. You may feel that peace comes when you imagine letting go. That can be a sign. Not always easy, not always painless, but clear in a deep way. Release can be the doorway that makes space for alignment. And sometimes the sign may be joy, a small joy, a lightness, a simple moment that reminds you life is still beautiful. Do not ignore joy. Joy is not foolish. Joy is not a distraction from your path. Joy can be guidance too. Joy can show you where your spirit feels alive. Joy can remind you that your life is not only about waiting for answers, it is also about receiving the beauty already here. The more you trust the small signs, the less you need to force the big ones. You begin to live in conversation with life. You ask, you listen, you notice, you soften. You stop treating the universe like something far away that must be convinced to help you. You begin to feel that the universe is already near, already speaking, already guiding in quiet ways. Say softly, "I am open to gentle signs. I trust the peace that guides me." Again, "I am open to gentle signs. I trust the peace that guides me." Let this become your way of seeing, open to gentle signs. Trust the peace that guides you. Notice the small miracle. Give thanks for the quiet support. Let life become less like a problem to solve and more like a path to walk with awareness. There is no need to become afraid of missing a sign. What is truly meant to guide you can return. The universe is patient. Life knows how to speak more than once. If you miss a whisper, another may come. If you do not understand today, clarity may come tomorrow. Do not turn signs into another thing to worry about. Let them be gentle. You are learning a new language, the language of calm, the language of timing, the language of small blessings, the language of the body, the language of peace. Be patient with yourself as you learn it. When you are unsure, return to your heart. Ask, does this bring me closer to peace or further from it? Does this open me or close me? Does this feel forced or guided? Am I moving from love or from fear? These questions do not need to be answered perfectly. They simply help you listen more deeply. And remember, inner peace is not always loud happiness. It can be quiet strength. It can be the ability to breathe while you wait. It can be the choice to not chase what keeps hurting you. It can be the courage to trust the next step. It can be the gentle feeling that even if you do not know how, you are still going to be okay. That feeling is sacred. That feeling is guidance. That feeling may be the universe placing a soft hand on your heart and saying, keep going. I am with you. Your path is still aligning. So today, look for the small signs, not with fear, but with wonder. Notice what brings calm. Notice what feels light. Notice what repeats with peace. Notice the tiny miracles, one kind thought, one deep breath, one quiet answer, one moment when you did not fall back into panic. Let these things matter, because they do matter. They are proof that life is still speaking. They are proof that your heart is still healing. They are proof that the path is not empty. They are proof that even the unseen is alive with guidance. I am open to gentle signs. I trust the peace that guides me. I notice the small miracles. I allow my heart to become calm enough to receive. Trust becomes stronger when it is practiced gently. It does not need to be forced. It does not need to be perfect. It does not need to take many hours. Trust can begin in one quiet minute, one breath, one hand on the heart, one soft sentence spoken with love. Each morning, before the world pulls your thoughts in many directions, give yourself a small moment of peace. Do not wait until the day becomes easy. Do not wait until every problem is solved. Begin before the noise begins. Begin before fear writes the story. Begin by giving your heart a calm place to stand. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Let this simple act remind you that you are here for yourself. You are not abandoning your own spirit. You are not leaving your peace for the world to decide. You are choosing gently and clearly to begin the day with trust. Take one slow breath in. Let the breath move through your chest. Then breathe out and imagine releasing the need to know everything. Just for this moment. Just for this breath. You can pick the worry back up later if you want to, but for now, let it rest. Give yourself this small mercy. Then say these words slowly. Today, I release control. Today, I trust the unseen. Today, I allow my path to align softly. Do not rush them. Let each sentence become a seed. Today, I release control. This means you do not begin the day by gripping every outcome. It means you remember that you can do your part without trying to do life's part too. It means you can make choices, take steps, speak with love, and still leave room for the universe to move in ways you cannot plan. Today, I trust the unseen. This means you do not call life empty just because you cannot see all the movement. It means you allow hidden things to be hidden for now. It means you believe that silence can hold guidance, waiting can hold preparation, and quiet can hold deep change. Today, I allow my path to align softly. This means you stop demanding that everything happen through pressure. It means you welcome doors that open with peace. It means you listen to the calm feeling inside. It means you allow your next step to come without forcing the whole road to appear. These 3 lines can become a soft morning prayer. They can guide your mind before fear takes over. They can remind your body that it does not have to live in alarm. They can help your heart enter the day with open hands. If you wake up worried, say them anyway. If you wake up tired, say them anyway. If you do not fully believe them yet, say them anyway, not as a lie, but as a direction. You are teaching your mind a new path. You are teaching your body a new feeling. You are teaching your heart that trust is safe. After you say the 3 lines, sit for a few quiet seconds. Listen to your breath. Notice if there is one small step for the day, not 10 steps, not the whole plan, just one. Maybe the step is to answer a message. Maybe the step is to rest. Maybe the step is to stop checking something again and again. Maybe the step is to write down what you feel. Maybe the step is to drink water, clean your space, or speak kindly to yourself. Small steps are not small when they come from peace. A peaceful step can change the whole tone of your day. A peaceful step can keep you from falling into old fear. A peaceful step can make your path feel more open. During the day, you can return to the same practice whenever worry rises. You do not need a special place. You do not need perfect silence. You only need one breath. Put your hand on your heart, even if only for a moment, and say, I trust the unseen. My path is softly aligning. Let this be your way back. When something does not happen as quickly as you hoped, return to the practice. When a door feels closed, return to the practice. When your mind starts creating fearful stories, return to the practice. When you compare your path to someone else's, return to the practice. The return is the practice. Every return is healing. At night, before sleep, you can use this practice again. The night is a tender time. Thoughts can become loud when the day becomes quiet. Old fears may rise. The mind may replay what happened or worry about what has not happened yet. This is why it is powerful to end the day with trust. Place your hand on your heart again. Take a slow breath. Say, I release this day. I give the unseen to the universe. I rest while my path softly aligns. Let the day go. You do not need to carry it into sleep. You do not need to solve tomorrow before you rest tonight. You do not need to keep thinking to prove that you care. Rest is also trust. Sleep is also surrender. Allowing the body to rest is a way of saying, life can continue working even when I am not watching. This can be hard for the part of you that believes everything depends on your control. But think about how much life does without your effort. Your breath continues. Your heart beats. The earth turns. Morning comes. You are already living inside a great support. You do not have to manage all of it. You never did. Before sleep, ask yourself one gentle question. What am I ready to stop forcing? Do not answer from fear. Answer from honesty. Maybe you are ready to stop forcing the timing. Maybe you are ready to stop forcing someone to understand you. Maybe you are ready to stop forcing yourself to have all the answers. Maybe you are ready to stop forcing an old dream to look exactly the way you once imagined. Maybe you are ready to stop forcing peace to wait until life is perfect. Write the answer if you want to. Keep it simple. One sentence is enough. I am ready to stop forcing the timing. I am ready to stop forcing a closed door. I am ready to stop forcing myself to know everything. Let the answer come gently. Then write one more sentence. I allow the universe to guide this with love. This small practice can bring deep peace over time. It helps your mind release the old habit of holding too tightly. It helps your heart feel supported. It helps you become aware of where your energy is being drained by force. You may be surprised by what you discover. Sometimes you do not realize how much you are forcing until you ask the question. You may see that you are forcing an answer before it is ready. You may see that you are forcing yourself to heal faster than your heart can move. You may see that you are forcing your path to look like another person's path. Once you see it, do not judge yourself. Awareness is not for shame. Awareness is for freedom. When you notice what you are forcing, you can soften. You can say, I see this now. I can release it little by little. You do not have to drop everything in one moment. You can loosen your grip with each breath. You can choose a little more trust today than yesterday. Another simple practice is to look for one sign of support each day. Not a huge sign, not something dramatic, just one small sign that life is still with you. It could be a peaceful moment. It could be a kind message. It could be a thought that brings comfort. It could be the strength to do one thing you needed to do. It could be a quiet feeling that says, keep going. At the end of the day, say, today I was supported by, and name one thing. This teaches the mind to notice care. It teaches the heart that support is already present. It changes the way you see your life. The mind that only looks for problems will always find problems. The heart that begins to notice support will begin to feel less alone. This does not mean problems disappear. It means you no longer stand inside them without light. You can also practice trust through your words. During the day, listen to the sentences you repeat. Are you saying, nothing is working? Are you saying, I am so behind? Are you saying, I do not know what to do? Again, do not judge yourself. Just notice. Then gently choose a softer sentence. Instead of nothing is working, say something may be forming in quiet ways. Instead of I am behind, say my path has its own timing. Instead of I do not know what to do, say the next step can become clear. Instead of I have to control this, say I can do my part and trust life with the rest. These simple changes matter. Your words shape the feeling inside you. Your words can open or close the heart. Choose words that help you breathe. Choose words that guide you back to trust. There may be days when the practice feels easy and days when it feels hard. Do not stop because one day is hard. A hard day is not proof that you have failed. It is simply a day when your heart needs more kindness. On those days, make the practice even simpler. One hand on the heart, one breath, one sentence. I am safe in this moment. That is enough. Trust does not need to be big to be real. A small trust can grow. A small practice can change the inner world. A small breath can interrupt a long fear. You may want a full transformation right away, but soft change is still change. A calmer morning is change. A kinder thought is change. A moment of release is change. A night where you rest instead of replaying every worry is change. Do not overlook these things. They are signs that your path is aligning from within. As you practice trusting the unseen, your relationship with life begins to shift. You stop demanding proof every minute. You stop treating every delay like rejection. You stop making every unknown into danger. You begin to feel that life is not only something happening to you, it is something moving with you. You begin to live with more open hands. You still care, but you do not grip as tightly. You still dream, but you do not punish yourself while waiting. You still take action, but you do not act only from panic. You still ask for guidance, but you also listen for peace. This is a beautiful way to live. Not perfect, not without questions, but softer, kinder, more trusting. Let the morning practice be your beginning. Let the night practice be your release. Let the daily signs be your reminder. Let your words become seeds of peace. Let the question, "What am I ready to stop forcing?" open a new door inside you. And whenever you forget, return. Whenever fear becomes loud, return. Whenever you feel lost, return. Return to the hand on your heart. Return to the breath. Return to the simple truth. Today, I release control. Today, I trust the unseen. Today, I allow my path to align softly. Your path may not look clear right now, but that does not mean it is broken. Your life may not be moving as fast as you hoped, but that does not mean it is standing still. Your answer may not be here yet, but that does not mean it has been denied. There are quiet movements happening in and around you. There are soft changes taking place. There is a deeper order forming beneath what your eyes can see. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not lost outside the care of life. The path may be hidden, but it is still a path. The timing may be slower than your mind wants, but it may be wiser than your fear understands. The silence may feel empty, but it may be full of preparation. Let this truth enter gently. Your path is softly aligning, not with force, not with pressure, not through fear. Softly. It may be aligning through the things you are learning to release. It may be aligning through the thoughts you are learning to change. It may be aligning through the doors that close, the pauses that slow you down, the signs that guide you inward, and the peace that returns when you stop trying to control everything. Sometimes alignment feels like progress. Sometimes it feels like rest. Sometimes it feels like a clear yes. Sometimes it feels like a loving no. Sometimes it feels like waiting longer than you wanted. Sometimes it feels like finally telling the truth to yourself. But all of it can be part of the path. You do not need to understand every piece today. You do not need to know how everything will connect. You do not need to see the full picture before you trust that something meaningful is being made. The universe can hold the design. Life can hold the timing. You can hold the next breath. Take that breath now, slowly, softly. Let the body know that it does not have to live in fear. Let the heart know that it does not have to chase. Let the mind know that it does not have to solve the whole future today. There is great peace in letting today be today. There is great freedom in not dragging tomorrow into this moment. There is great strength in saying, "I will meet what comes when it comes. I will trust the next step. I will not abandon my peace while I wait." Maybe you have been hard on yourself because the path has not opened yet. Maybe you have thought you should be further ahead. Maybe you have compared your journey to someone else's. Maybe you have looked at your own life and wondered why things took so long. If so, let this be a gentle release. You are not late to your own life. You are moving in your own rhythm. Your path does not need to match anyone else's path to be right for you. Comparison makes the heart close. Trust opens it again. Comparison says, I should be somewhere else. Trust says, I am here, and here can still be sacred. Comparison says, life is passing me by. Trust says, life is shaping me in ways I may not see yet. Comparison says, I am behind. Trust says, my path has its own timing. Let trust speak louder now. Your path has its own timing. Your heart has its own healing. Your life has its own way of opening. What is meant for you does not need you to become someone else. It does not need you to run faster than your spirit can breathe. It does not need you to force what is not ready. It can meet you as you become more open, more honest, more peaceful, and more aligned with yourself. The path is not only about reaching the next place, it is also about who you become as you walk. If you reach the dream but lose your peace, the path becomes heavy. If you force the door but abandon your heart, the victory feels empty. If you chase the answer but forget to breathe, you miss the quiet support already here. The universe is not only guiding you towards something, it is guiding you back to yourself, back to your calm, back to your trust, back to your worth, back to the part of you that does not need to beg life for love, back to the part of you that knows the unseen can be safe, back to the part of you that can say, I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Say it now. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Again, I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. Let the words become a soft place to rest. Let them remind you that even unfinished things can be held with peace. Let them remind you that the unknown does not have to be filled with fear. It can be filled with trust. It can be filled with prayer. It can be filled with quiet hope. You may still have questions after saying these words. That is okay. Trust does not always remove every question. It changes the way you carry them. Instead of carrying questions like stones in your chest, you can hold them like seeds in your hands. You can say, these answers are still growing. I do not need to force them open. You can give them light, patience, and space. Some answers need space. Some paths need time. Some blessings need the right season. Some parts of you need healing before the next door feels safe. Let life have the space it needs. Let your heart have the time it needs. Let your path unfold without turning every pause into a problem. The universe is not rushing because the universe is not afraid. Life does not panic because life sees beyond this moment. The soul does not need to force because the soul knows what is real can arrive in peace. Let this wisdom become yours. Let it move from an idea into a feeling. Let it settle into your breath. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to be in progress. You are allowed to be learning. You are allowed to trust in small ways before trust becomes strong. You are allowed to have tender days and still be guided. You are allowed to rest and still be on the path. The world may tell you to push, rush, chase, prove, and control. But your spirit knows a softer way. Your spirit knows that peace is not laziness. Rest is not failure. Surrender is not weakness. Trust is not doing nothing. Trust is doing your part without destroying your heart over the parts you cannot control. So do your part gently. Speak kindly to yourself. Listen to the peace inside. Take the honest step. Release what keeps closing your heart. Notice the signs. Practice gratitude. Rest when your body asks for rest. And let the universe handle the hidden work. There are things being arranged beyond your view. A thought may be changing. A person may be shifting. A timing may be forming. A door may be preparing. A path may be clearing. You do not need to see it to trust that life can move. You only need to stay open enough to be guided when the next step appears. And when the next step appears, it may be simple. It may not look grand. It may be a small choice, a small release, a small act of courage, a small moment of honesty. Do not reject the next step because it looks small. The path is made of small steps. The big opening often begins with a quiet yes. If you feel afraid, breathe. If you feel unsure, pause. If you feel impatient, place a hand over your heart and say, I trust the timing of my life. If you feel forgotten, remind yourself, life is still with me. If you feel lost, say, the next step can become clear. These words are not empty. They are gentle tools. They help you come back to yourself. They help you stop feeding fear. They help you remember that your inner world matters. Your path is softly aligning each time you choose trust over panic. Each time you choose peace over control. Each time you choose patience over self-punishment. Each time you choose to believe that the unseen is not empty. Each time you let yourself be held. There is no need to know the ending right now. Let the ending belong to its own time. Right now, you have this breath, this moment, this chance to soften, this chance to stop fighting the unknown, this chance to believe that life can still surprise you with goodness. Let your heart open to that goodness, not by demanding it, not by chasing it, but by allowing it, by becoming available to it, by saying, I am willing to receive what is right for me in the right time and in the right way. The right way may be different from the way you imagined. Stay open. Sometimes the universe brings the feeling you wanted in a form you did not expect. Sometimes you ask for one door and life brings a path. Sometimes you ask for one answer and life brings a deeper healing. Sometimes you ask for one thing to change outside and life begins by changing something inside you first. Trust the wisdom of that. Trust that life may know the deeper need beneath your request. Trust that your soul may be guided towards something more peaceful than what fear first wanted. Trust that the universe can answer in ways that are gentle and true. You are not required to understand before you are loved. You are not required to be certain before you are guided. You are not required to see before you are supported. You are supported now, in the middle, in the waiting, in the becoming. Your path is softly aligning. Let these words be the light you carry. Take one final slow breath and let it be a breath of release. Let it be a breath that says, I do not have to hold everything so tightly anymore. Let it be a breath that tells your body, your mind, and your heart that it is safe to soften. You have been carrying so much. You have been trying to understand so much. You have been asking life to show you the whole path, but maybe now you can let one step be enough. You do not need to see everything to be safe. You do not need to know everything to be guided. You do not need to control everything to be supported. The universe can work with what is hidden. Life can move in quiet ways. Your path can align softly, even while your mind is still learning how to trust. Remember the golden light. Remember the open hands. Remember the quiet sky. Remember that you are allowed to place your worries into something larger than fear. You are allowed to say, I cannot carry this alone, and then let life help you. You are allowed to rest before every answer comes. You are allowed to feel peace before every door opens. Look for the small signs. Look for the calm feeling. Look for the breath that becomes easier. Look for the quiet courage to keep going. Look for the small miracle of not falling back into old fear. These gentle things matter. They are part of the way life speaks to you. And each morning, return to the simple practice. Place your hand on your heart and say, today, I release control. Today, I trust the unseen. Today, I allow my path to align softly. Let these words guide your day. Let them soften your thoughts. Let them remind you that you are not alone in the unknown. When night comes, release the day. Give the unseen back to the universe. Ask yourself gently, what am I ready to stop forcing? Then let the answer come with kindness. You do not need to judge yourself. You are learning a softer way to live. You are learning to trust without gripping. You are learning to hope without fear. You are learning to walk with life instead of fighting it. The path ahead may still be hidden in some places. That is okay. Hidden does not mean hopeless. Quiet does not mean empty. Slow does not mean wrong. The unseen can be full of grace. The pause can be full of purpose. The waiting can be full of quiet alignment. So let your heart rest in this truth. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, and you are not walking alone. Something gentle is moving with you. Something wise is guiding your steps. Something loving is holding what you cannot see. Say it one more time, softly and with trust. I trust what I cannot see. My path is softly aligning. I am safe. I am guided. Life is moving with me. Let those words stay with you. Let them calm the places that still feel unsure. Let them become the light for your next step. And when the mind asks for the whole road, return to the breath, return to the heart, return to trust. Your path is softly aligning.